you feel anxious? Are you breathing faster now? Are you feeling warm? Are you frowning? So observe the bodily changes in you with all these thoughts and emotions. And then the other part of mindfulness is to be able to let go of these thoughts and these emotions without trying to change them. Oh, this is not a good thought. I must be thinking of good thing. I must feel positive. Well, the truth is, in this climate of pandemic, sometimes it's difficult to feel positive the whole day, every day. And so it is for us to take note that I'm not feeling so good now, okay, but it is okay not to feel so good. I don't have to feel good all the time. So letting go of the need to feel good all the time, letting go of the need to be perfect all the time, without changing what you're feeling now and without rejecting what you're feeling now. And if you are able to practice mindfulness to do all this, then you might feel that, hey, I don't feel so bad a lot these days now. And because I don't feel so bad a lot these days, I don't have to smoke so much. And so slowly you'll find that you are making more conscious decision about your smoking habits. And then slowly you find that, hey, I'm able to actually gradually reduce my smoking without feeling deprived. So a lot of time when we talk about smoking cessation, some smokers feel that they are depriving themselves of the enjoyment that they get from smoking. But as you practice mindfulness, you will not feel deprived as you give up the number of sticks that you are actually smoking. All right. And so here it is the QR code. You can actually QR code this so that it will lead you to my YouTube video. And if you need, companion, you need to see my face to continue to practice your mindfulness breathing for the next 2 weeks. You can always go on to my video. But for now, since we are in the section, I would like you, everybody, to just do a mini session of mindfulness breathing in today's talk. So I'd like all of you to sit up straight, okay, with your back straight, and leave a small gap between your back and the back of your chair. All right. And I like you all to kind of relax your shoulders, so don't feel so tense up. So relax your shoulders. And when we start to breathe, only for the first out breath, all right, only for the first out breath, I would like you to put your hands on your stomach above your belly button, all right, and imagine your stomach to be like the balloon. When you blow air into the balloon inflates. So when you breathe in, your stomach should inflate, so your hand should rise, okay? And when you breathe out, your hand should fall because the balloon deflates when the air comes out, okay? So only for the first breath, you give a long and hard out breath. Okay, so you put your hands or on your stomach above your belly button, and I want you to try to blow out everything in your stomach and your lungs, all right, from your mouth as hard as you can and as long as you can, so that you can feel that your stomach is actually sinking, and then you can breathe normally. So when you take in your next breath, you can actually feel that your stomach is rising, and as you breathe out, you feel that your stomach is falling, and as you breathe in, you feel that your stomach is rising. So this is what I want you to feel. When you breathe in, your stomach rises, and when you breathe out, your stomach falls. Okay, if you after a while, you find that you're doing the reverse again, because nowadays, naturally, when we breathe in, your stomach falls. Okay, if you find that you're doing the reverse again, always go back to the first out breath. All right, okay, so can we try? Okay, sit upright with a gap behind your back and the back of the chair. Put your hand on your stomach, and all of us, let's just take our first out breath as long and as hard as we can. Then after that, we take our regular breathing, okay? So 1, 2, 3. And slowly breathe in. Feel your stomach rise, and slowly breathe out. And feel your stomach falls. And continue this breathing pattern. You might want to gently close your eyes and just focus on the rise and the fall of your stomach. Just go with the breath. As you breathe in, tell yourself to relax. As you breathe out, tell yourself to smile. So break into a gentle smile on your face. Relaxing the facial muscle on your face. Focusing on the rise and fall of your stomach. Okay, you may gently open your eyes. So this is just a very short practice that I started you on maybe 20 counts, all right? But if you can, I would like to encourage you to do your mindful breathing exercise for 30 seconds, 1 minute, and as you progresses, you can do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and the goal is to try to work up slowly until you can actually sit down for 30 minutes while focusing on your breathing. All right, and as you do that again and again and again for the next 2 weeks, you find that, hey, you will be better able to control the impulses in life, your compulsive behavior. All right, some of us might not be a smoker, but we have our other impulses, right? The impulse to eat chocolate, to eat ice cream, to watch your Korean dramas, whatever, all right? And if you're trying to reduce some of these habits and you find that you're not able to do it successfully, this might be a good way for you to start, okay? Just focus on the breath and be aware of the feelings and the thoughts and the bodily sensations that will come to your mind from time to time. Rest assured that if you're doing it for 30 minutes or even for 1 minute, there'll be a lot of thoughts going through your mind. It's okay. Whenever you find yourself not focusing on your breathing but thinking about something else, just gently remind yourself to come back to focus on your breathing, the rise and fall of your stomach. All right. Yeah, that's the end of my talk. And if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, again, you can QR code this. If not, you can always send me an email if you need, more advice on mindfulness, for example. Thank you very much for your attention. And let's see if you have any questions for me.
Miss Susan Tan, I have a question. Yes. I realized that during this pandemic, a lot of the smokers are taking advantage and smoking more because they're taking advantage so that they can take out the mask and smoke.
Yeah.
What is your advice in this?
All right. So, well, the truth is, wearing a mask all the time, to some of us is, not so comfortable, right? And again, it is a personal choice, right? And if they understand, now that we understood that COVID can actually be airborne, and so when you actually take out your mask and smoke, and you are within close distance, in a yellow box, for example, within close distance from other smokers, if there's an infected person there, you might get infected because of the lack of 1.5 meters apart. And therefore, you might want to think, do you really need to smoke to pick up that infection? And then you possibly bring home the infection, as we can see from the recent clusters. If you are infected, your family members who stays together with you tend to get infected as well. So then it becomes a personal decision. Do you need to pick up that stake so that there is a minute possibility that you might get infected and you bring home that infection. And of course, like what we say just now, right? Because of the dopamine and the serotonin pathway, it is sometimes difficult. We know all these things, but but the dopamine pathway just make us want to go and do it because of that reward that we will feel. But as you start to practice mindfulness, you will know that hey, you can actually slow down that choice, that decision-making process. And so with more thinking coming on in your prefrontal cortex, you find that sometimes you may be able to cut down with 1 stick or 2 sticks because you can make that choice not to smoke. So yeah, Ghana, I hope that helps.
Thank you, Ms. Susan. With no further question, we'd like to thank Ms. Susan Tan and give her a 3 cheers. Hip hip, hooray!
Okay.
Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray!
Hello. Question.
Hooray!
Oh, you have a question?
Yes.
Yes. So, Miss Tan, so whatever you just spoken, right?
Yeah.
Does it also kind of apply to people who also smoke or rather vape via e-cigarettes?
Oh,
I
yes.
mean, is this out of curiosity as well? Because I'm not trying to say I do this, but I just see a lot of this going around in Singapore.
Yes. So we are seeing that a lot of people are actually switching from smoking cigarette to e-cigarette, which is worse because smoking cigarette, at least if you are above 21, you are not really breaking the law. But using e-cigarette, regardless what age you are breaking the law because it's against the law to use e-cigarette. However, people know that they are breaking the law, but they are still doing that. It's also because of that dopamine pathway. And so with mindfulness, you just able to, have all this in your front of your brain all the time. And it kind of make you be able to question your own behavior. And you know that you're not accountable to anybody else but yourself. I mean, of course, people know that it is, we use e-cigarette all the time and we don't get caught. I mean, once in a while we get caught, but most of the time we get away from it. But with that mindfulness, you can actually ask yourself, even if you get away from it, but you're actually breaking the law, and is it worth it? Number one. Number two, why is it illegal? Because we don't really know what's the content in the e-cigarette, because the manufacturers are not licensed, right? They can say whatever they want on the box, but we don't really know that. And are you actually endangering your health more by using e-cigarettes, for example? Because we don't know what's in that vial, which is supposed to be nicotine, but they may lace it with something else, right? And so because we don't know that, and we don't want the public to risk their health, and therefore we make it illegal.
It's done.
Yes.
Okay.
Are there any questions, ladies and gentlemen? All right. If no, we'd like to thank Ms. Tan. Ms. Susan Tan, have a great year ahead. God bless you and your family. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
everybody. Stay safe and keep well. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next session will be at 10 a.m. and the talk is from HPB, starting at 10:00. The link is provided on the chat with everyone group messages. See you at 10:00 hours. Thank you. And have a great year ahead. God bless all of you and your family. Bye.
Thank you.